Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you'll be listening to a hypnosis session that was created for a very successful businessman who was struggling with accessing a motivated state for his regular to-do list. Now, in his particular case, he would write a to-do list before he went to sleep, but then spend a lot of his time while trying to get to sleep, or even when sleeping, worrying about his to-do list that he'd written before. And part of that made sense because running a business means that there are certain consequences to not getting things done, and therefore it made sense that he was worrying about it. But the worry was at the cost of the sleep that would then affect his resourcefulness to then actually do what needed to be done. What was evident is that there was a time in this client's life where he was in a very strong emotional state, full of self-belief, full of certainty. And while he was in that place, he was able to accomplish incredible things. So in this hypnosis session, you're going to hear an element of progressive relaxation, stage disassociation, but also regression to a point in his life where he had the very resources, and then you'll hear future pacing to take those resources into the very context where he could put them to use. And there's also a mnemonic to anchor and access that resource state whenever he needed to. I think if you're listening to this to have more motivation, to have more self-belief, to have more motivation and determination to get things done, you'll benefit from this. But obviously be aware that this was created for someone else. So if you're listening to this and it's not quite right for you, there is the ability to click a link in the show notes to book a free 30-minute consultation call with me to explore working with me one-on-one, so we can actually build a hypnosis session specifically for you and your needs and your circumstances. But for now, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. That's it. And as you exhale, just close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, notice that you can give more of your attention to the sound of my voice. Breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And exhaling tension. Enabling you to go deeper and deeper. Relaxed. I want you to notice as you breathe in and breathe out, somewhere in your body will be echoes of tension. It could be around your eyes and your eyebrows, your forehead or your jaw, maybe your neck or your shoulders. I want you to give permission to yourself to let go of any of those feelings of anxiety, any feelings of stress. If you need to reposition your body in a way to make yourself even more comfortable, then do that. And use the power of your imagination to imagine a bright color that represents resourcefulness. Maybe yellow, maybe orange, maybe a glowing, different color. And I want you to imagine as you breathe in, that resourceful feeling of relaxation is going in through your nose, down into your lungs, and your body is starting to take that feeling of resourcefulness and distribute it to every cell in your body, as you exhale, I want you to notice that it almost feels and looks like a darker color is leaving your body, representing the tension, the stress, the anxiety that is being able to just let go. And as it lets go, I want you to get a sense that your body feels more loose, more relaxed. And as your body becomes more relaxed, your imagination becomes more active. Imagination is simply the interface, the bridge between the unconscious and the conscious mind. And you know that to be true because there's been times that you've been immersed in a good book and you no longer consciously read. Your eyes just follow the words and your imagination turns it into a movie in your own mind, enabling you to experience that story in a whole different way. And I want you to imagine there is a book about a beach. And I want you to imagine reading the words on the page and then suddenly finding yourself on that beach. It's a quiet beach, no one else there but you. Feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. Perhaps there's a gentle breeze. Maybe you're barefoot and you can feel the warmth of the sand underneath your feet, your toes. And I want you to see there is just a solitary cabana, a sun lounge mattress just there all by itself with the perfect view of the sea and the gentle breaking of the waves. I want you to imagine that you're making yourself comfortable on that lounger. Perhaps there's a pillow or perhaps there's something to enable you to just feel so relaxed there on that beach. And I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And while you're there on that beach, you will feel 10% deeper and deeper relaxed with each descending number. Starting to count. 10, focusing on the muscles around your eyes, your eyebrows, your eyelids, breathing in that resourceful feeling of relaxation, and then exhaling on the outward breath. 9, focusing now on the muscles in your forehead. You know the expression you make when you're concerned, perhaps even intrigued or curious, surprised. But these muscles aren't necessarily here, lying on this beach. So just let go now of any tension around your forehead. 8, now focusing on the muscles in your jaw, your cheek, around your mouth. Breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation, seeing the vibrancy of that color, feeling it melt away any tension around the face. And then exhale and release that tension, feeling it leave your body, enabling you to go deeper and deeper, relaxed now. That's it. 7, focusing now on your neck and your shoulders. Imagining any tension in your neck and shoulders is almost like crystals of ice frozen into your muscle tissue. But here you are on a beach, feeling the warmth of the sun, and I want you to feel that ice that represents tension locked into your muscles is just melting away. Like a child's ice cream under the sun, just feel it melting away. That's it. Enabling you to go deeper and deeper. Relax, that's it. 6, that relaxation spreads all the way down into your arms to the very tips of your fingers. That's it. Deeper and deeper, relaxed. Arms feeling limp, loose, heavy, as you now focus inwards, taking a deep breath of that vibrant feeling of resourcefulness and feeling like your internal organs are relaxing. Your lungs are relaxing, heart, stomach, diaphragm, all the way down into your gut. As we go to 5, any tension in your gut is just being released. Let go of that anxiety. If it still exists there, just let go of it now. 4, going into your legs feeling heavier, limp loose. 3, into your calf muscles. 2, I want you to get a sense that even your toes and your ankles, your feet are relaxing. Now head to toe completely relaxed as we go 1. Imagine that you've fallen asleep there on that cabana on that beach, feeling so deeply relaxed that you can remember a time from your past. I want you to go back to a moment in your life that you were against all odds, that there was an insurmountable challenge, and yet you had complete self-belief, full conviction in your abilities and capabilities to do what needed to get done. I want you to recall a specific moment that you felt more self-belief, more conviction, more resourceful than any other time. And when you're back in your body at that point in time, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. I want you to connect with a feeling of resourcefulness that exists in you at this point in time. If anxiety and stress has a location, then it stands to reason that self-belief also has a location. And I want you to point to where you feel that feeling of self-belief exists within you. And I want you to imagine a shape in that very location. A 3-dimensional shape. Maybe a pyramid, a cube, a sphere. Place it in that very location and give it a color. Make the color brighter. Make the shape bigger. And if it rotates or spins, make it spin that same direction even faster until you get the optimal brightness, size, and speed and frequency. And then give it a sound. That sound can be a phrase. It could be a whooshing sound. It could be a vibration, like a hum. Whatever it is, just pay attention to it and notice the more you pay attention to that feeling in that place, in the way that it's moving, the way that it looks, the more self-belief you can activate. I want you to get a sense that in this space, there is nothing that you need to do. There is nothing you have to do. There are just things that will get done. And I want you to get a sense of how good it feels just to know that what needs to be done will be done. And if all parts have that level of self-belief without any doubt that what needs to be done will be done, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to be able to trigger this at any point in time just by placing 2 fingers right there in that location. And let's test that now. Activate that feeling of complete self-belief and say to yourself, whatever needs to get done will get done. That's it. And I want you to know that you can access this state whenever you need to, just by touching that location, visualizing that shape in that color, in that brightness, moving in that way with that sound. And now I wonder, in this state of mind, how easy would it be to plow through an old-fashioned to-do list? It's almost beneath you. It's almost too easy. I want you to now travel into the future, into a version of you that has a routine that isn't working. And this version of you, full of self-belief, absolute conviction, with the attitude that whatever needs to get done will get done. Now it has a different approach. But this time I want you to observe yourself as you currently do it. See yourself writing a to-do list, perhaps looking stressed or tense. See yourself perhaps putting a notepad in an office, going to sleep, and then dwelling on what you should do, what you have to do. And then rewind that and decide that you're going to do it a different way. I want you to step into that version of you in the future. And there is no to-do list. There's things that you will write in the past tense because in your mind, they're already done. It's just that time has to catch up with you to take what you've already decided will happen and make it real. And then imagine writing on that the list of things completely in the past tense. And perhaps it's prefixed with the phrase, all I need to do is. And then see whatever it is written as if you've already done it. And I want you to make sure that as you write these down, these are the most important things that need to be done. And perhaps there's only 3, 4, 5 things that need to be done and you've decided they will be done. And then perhaps have a few other items that are bonuses that you could do if you choose to. They're not necessary, but the attitude that you are accessing now is that you will do more than you need to simply because you can. The more that you activate you at your most resourceful, the more feelings of pride, satisfaction, and momentum you build. You are activating you at your very best. The inner dialogue will be complete conviction, absolute certainty. What needs to be done will be done. And write it down as if you've already done it. The breathing is cool, calm, collected, with a level of just acceptance that you'll do whatever you need to. Feel yourself then picking up that to-do list of things that you simply will get done, putting it in an office, and then as you put it down, perhaps saying to yourself, too easy. I've got this. And then as you put it down and look at it, have a smile as you look at that list with a sense of absolute and complete certainty. And then imagine walking to the place where you sleep. And as you put your head on the pillow, I want you to imagine that now, while your physical body is sleeping, your mind is made of all different parts, a part of your team. Now your conscious may be sleeping, but your unconscious can be busy working, figuring out if there's anything challenging that needs to be done. It's their responsibility to figure out how to get it done in the most efficient, effective way possible. And if all parts agree that in order to get done what needs to be done, getting a good night's sleep where you feel rested and wake up rejuvenated, helps to get things done, and therefore there is no place for worry. It's for the unconscious mind to figure out these problems. And if there's a genuine problem that the unconscious mind can't solve, it will occur to you, perhaps, half an hour or an hour after waking up, maybe over breakfast, as something perhaps you need to give a bit more thought to. But outside of that, your unconscious mind doesn't need to bother you with the details. You on autopilot are at your best. But to be on autopilot, it means you're handing the reins over to the power of your unconscious mind. And in this place, your unconscious mind is comprised of all parts brimming with self-belief, knowing that whatever needs to be done will be done, and just accepting that to be true. I want you to imagine now you're witnessing yourself, observing yourself for the next few days, weeks and months, seeing yourself in action with this approach. You with self-belief, with tenacity, determination, feeling so resourceful. I want you to see yourself plowing through whatever needs to be done like a hot knife through butter. And it feels good to see yourself at your best, at your most resourceful, not being bothered by small details, doing the essence of what needs to be done. And also giving yourself a rest and a break when you need it, and stepping up a gear also when you need it. And if this version of you, brimming with self-belief and conviction, is the way you want to be doing things over the next few days, weeks and months, just let me know by nodding your head. Perfect. And now, as you recall that this is just a thought in your mind, as you lie on a beach, find yourself back in that body. Time to get out of that cabana. But as you walk down the beach towards the sea, perhaps imagine feeling the water on your toes. I want you to accept that you are more resourceful than you know, and that for you, you embrace the challenge, you thrive under pressure, and you're looking forward to making that uncertain version of you a thing of the past, and this person that brims with self-belief, confidence, and certainty will now take pride in just getting things done. It's now time to return to the present as you realize all of this is just thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, dreams within dreams. As you're now fully in the present listening to my voice, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that you're in your own physical body now. But I want you to get a sense that that part of you, brimming with self-belief, feel that shape spinning there in that location, hear that sound, feel the glow, and get a sense that I've got this. Have an absolute sense that you have everything it takes to get everything that needs to be done, done. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling resourceful, motivated, determined, but also looking forward to quality sleep where you wake up more motivated than you've been in a long while. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.